Hey Adelaide, it's your boy Con from BTC, Brighton Trophy Centre.
Damn good mates. You ready, man?
And now it's time for BTM.
The place to be.
Best
It's about
team
that
mates. Let's go.
In Lockdown Edition.
We are back. We are here for the last Lockdown Live. Thanks to Con and Lena at Brighton Trophy Centre. To Steve the Pirate, Mind and Movement, who is back open tomorrow in the peak conditioning facility in Shifty. Lizard, welcome to Best Teammates, the Lockdown Edition. If you did see this on our Instagram, which is at Best Teammates, I think, or on Facebook, 8 p.m. tonight, we are back live with the last of Out Lockdown series. Tune in. Whoever wrote that got that straight away.
I'm so glad it wasn't me
mate.
this
You're
time.
looking fresh.
No,
We're
yeah, I'm
excited
going all
to
right.
be here, guys. It's good to see you. We'll go around the room with some more details very soon. Rosie Pinetta, lovely to see you. Are you like awake or what?
I had a nap again today. I am ready to chat for the next 3 hours, boys.
Ooh, we
Talk
are
on your
definitely
own.
not going to be doing that. And Andy Martin, your mic is looking beautiful. The sounds sound great. How are you going? You actually look all right.
Sorry, I look like I've been on a desert island for the last 3 days. That's exactly what's happened. It's lockdown, but yeah, I'm going all right. Is my mic okay? This is really for Jamie Manson and only for Jamie. So
Mike's good. Your mic's good.
Didn't take offense
thank
at
you.
all.
Thank you.
We've got to give a shout out to Jamie Manson, who is one of our biggest fans, but also one of our biggest trolls.
So, he gives a lot of not criticism, but what's the right term? What do they say in radio?
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, constructive feedback.
We need that stuff,
Yeah, we need that stuff. Okay, so we'll talk about my face in a second. Guys, here we go. So lockdown is ending in just under 4 hours in South Australia. This time last week, we were 2 hours into lockdown. How's everybody feeling? Because I am a broken man. To be honest, I'll go to you first, Andy, because you have double the amount of kids that I do. And it's really been tough.
Can you see the bags under my eyes? All those things.
Yeah.
That's stress, guys. That's stress. No,
Oh, man.
yeah, today was another day of homeschooling, and of course the girls don't go to school yet, but they were pretty full on today. Everyone's pretty much over the whole lockdown thing and being inside, and especially with the wet weather as well, they can't go out and sort of entertain themselves out there. So it's been quite an experience, guys.
Yeah, yep. It's one of those things, Rosie and Matt, when you are lucky enough. I mean, I've questioned that word lucky this week, to have kids. You basically realize that if they are in childcare or some sort of schooling, they come home with all the energy sapped out of them. So if you look at Andy's electrolyting, if you are not prepared to provide activities for the kids to do and all that stuff, you are constantly needing to entertain them, which is fine. But you get to a point where you are so on edge by the end of the night. If they look at you the wrong way, you're like, don't look at me like that. Like it's full on. So we're excited that schools are going back tomorrow and childcare. And it's, I don't know what it would be like to have a son, because the amount of times that my daughter has asked my wife to play Barbies, and I can see my wife just at breaking point as well. So is this a good contraceptive for you guys, Rosie and Matt?
Yep. Like, I don't think you needed to convince me otherwise, but you've done it. I mean, the dog is annoying enough. My God, trying to entertain a dog and he doesn't talk. I'm
How
like,
needy do they get?
I get so needy. I'm like trying to manage the walk in between the rain. I know I'm whinging to people with actual children. So if the dog annoys me, oh yeah.
Do kids like gardening?
Mate, it's you want them to, but you go outside and you throw a ball at them. Then they're like, cool. So do you want to play shopkeepers? Like, yeah, no worries. And then I'm quite a specific person. So I go and ask general kind of questions in the shop, like, what's your mask policy? And my 5-year-old daughter will turn around and go, I don't have a mask. And I'm like, well, obviously we can't be doing this and I'm going to report you to SA Health. And then she cracks it and goes and runs in and talks to mum.
Jarrod,
So if you're going to have
all the
a shot,
tough questions. You keep asking your daughter in your news bulletins. It's really mean.
she's got to learn, mate. And there's no use spreading false information during the current pandemic that we're in, Rosie. This doesn't discriminate in age.
Can you remind us how old Rain is, just for everyone?
Yeah, she's almost 5. What's
I like
Do you have a QR code though?
No QR code either. And I'm like, I bought a jar of Vegemite cost me 20 cents. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. But how are you going to make money to sustain this business if you are selling things for cheaper than you buy it at cost?
You know what that means, don't you?
And then we do a magic show, but she ruins all the tricks. She's like, Dad, I saw what you did there. I'm like, no, you didn't. She's like, yeah, I did. So I will play that game as well. You didn't really chop your thumb off doing this thing, mate. I know what's going on. So we've got a fractured relationship at the moment, and childcare is going to save us tomorrow. What's the issues the dog's causing for you guys?
Well, my linguini is, I say my linguini, it sounds really weird, doesn't it? Because
Yeah, it does.
a lot of people probably don't know that Rosie and I share the same name for our dog. So
Different dogs. You
okay,
don't share the dog. You don't have
no, we
dogs
don't share the dog.
custody.
No, yeah, I have her for 3 days.
Yeah.
No, so my linguini is a sook, and he doesn't. I think I've said this before. He hates going outside when it's raining to go to the toilet. So he just picks apart on the floor and away he goes. And obviously, this week lockdown, it's been pretty wet and rainy, and he hasn't gone outside very much. So it's been basically just a week of me cleaning up piss.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Same
wow.
here.
It's been good, yeah.
And he doesn't even have a dog.
Same here.
I don't know, my linguini just needs love all day, every day.
Yeah.
He just needs hugs. You can't be home. And
Are you talking about your husband or your dog?
my dog? The husband does not
You go get him.
require as many hugs as the dog does.
Go get Chris.
I think everybody's looking forward to getting back to some sort of normality, like some sort of routine. But Rosie, you've been working this whole time anyway, so you've really had the kind of routine. But I think
Yeah, I've got lockdown envy. Like, I kind of wish I saw all these people like getting stuff done, and I'm like, I just caught up on my normal chores because I didn't have 1,000 birthdays to go to on the weekend. Like that's the only thing that changed. So I would like another couple of days with a good excuse to say no to events.
Okay, well, if you wanted to make your way to the Greek on Halifax or that other winery, I mean, see what happens.
Two of my favorite places as well, legitimately.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little bit excited about it. I think like now, like the end of lockdown, it's really starting to play with my head. Like I've been having full anxiety and doubting everything that I do in life. Like I don't want to get too deep and meaningful, but it's been pretty fucked towards the end. I don't know, what have you been like, Andy, in that sort of sense?
Yeah, well, we haven't kind of had time to sort of stop and think. So it's been with the whole lockdown, everyone's wanted more food and food gifts and all that sort of stuff. So Little Boxco's been absolutely crazy. So poor Yaz has been working essentially 12 to 15 days. And Saturday night, I finished doing deliveries at 8:30. So at night time. So like we really haven't stopped between kids and work.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty tough when you get a couple of seconds to think and do a crap on the toilet. And that's when things get real deep, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be like a breath of fresh air.
Do whatever you want.
Fresh breath there, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, Jarrod, you're copping a couple of drive-bys again early. Con from Brighton Trophy Centre, our illustrious sponsor, says that you look like a little kid. And then
We need to discuss this face.
and Stuart Robinson says looks or acts. Haha.
Okay. All right, let's talk about it. So,
Because it looks like a new person. Like it's very odd to see.
yeah, it's very rare for me to do this
clean.
actually because I've got no hair on the top. So, like to have the full matching thing, I kind of thought, oh, I might look like Gary Ablett without realizing like he's ripped and an athlete and a good looking guy. So I've really stuffed all of that up. So a couple of weeks ago, I just started growing some facial hair. And normally, because I get like these kind of grey patches here, and I had a wedding to MC and I thought, cool, it's got nice growth. And I thought, well, there's no work that I'm going to be doing. I'll just keep growing it out. But at the same time, a friend of mine who lives in Sydney, who does a fair bit of work in PR, she's like, hey, and it was such a weird conversation because she said, hey, can I send you some stuff just to try? But the stuff she wanted to send me was actually hair product. And I'm like, I have no hair, right? She said, no, it's fine. I got you sorted. So the place that she looks after, they're called Jack the Barber. So they sent like a full razor, like old school kind of razor, shaving cream, shaving brush, which I don't use. So I thought I would try it. And Rain, my 5-year-old daughter, always says, Daddy, your beard is too like itchy. So I thought, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to commit to the beard as long as I can, and then I'm going to shave it off and just try the stuff just to see what it feels like. For you guys who have been to, and potentially you, Rosie, if you get facial hair.
I'm Italian. Of course I do. I mean.
So there's nothing better than actually getting, like, I've only had this done once, but the cutthroat razor on your face. If you go to a barber and they do it professionally, it's great. Anyway, I tried all this stuff and then I got my daughter to come in and she then said, you don't look like Daddy. I want you to grow your beard back.
Oh.
And I'm like, I can't exactly do that. So now she like refuses to really come near me, and because of my lack of facial hair, which reminded me of a time when I was growing up, when I was younger and I lived in Tasmania. My dad went to work at the cricket in Pakistan, and he came back with this massive beard, and I refused to speak to him because he had a beard. And it was really bizarre. So that's the story behind it. What do you guys think? Do you think this makes me look younger or just weird?
Definitely younger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely
40s now, early 40s?
Yeah, 42 maybe.
You look less malnourished.
Wow.
It's a weird one. So I'll take my beanie off, and how funny do I look?
No. Oh, you're like a little pinhead.
You look like you look like that Snapchat filter where they go bald.
Or look like a baby.
It. Or
Yeah.
my head looks like the end of
so
a
round.
dick. It does.
Is that the shave? Is that the closest shave you've had to your head? Because that looks smoother than ever as well.
Is that the pit bull?
That's the
Was that the
Pitbull
lie?
one. Yeah, Matt recommended the Pitbull, which is incredible.
Are you wearing an India egg?
Dale.
I'll show you what I look like.
So if you
anyway.
put the fat filter on, you look like the guy from Little Britain.
You guys are fucked, man.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, you asked.
So I'll show you. I'll show you.
I'm just laughing at Andy now.
I look like the guy here
Which
from
one?
Bill and Ted.
One the guy-
It's death.
Dead. So there it is. So it will eventually grow back at some stage. I'll probably get heaps of ingrowns and a bit rashy, Rashid Khan. So we'll see how I go. So there's my facial hair story. So what are your thoughts? You just send them through on social media at Best Teammates, guys. Everyone seems really impressed by it.
I still can't look how round you are.
He does look like the guy from Little Britain.
Not funny.
Sorry.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
No, it's totally fine. Hey, can we go into the Shifty sound, please? Because no one's guessed this yet. So Rosie's got to drop a clue. And I did knock something over. We'll see how we go with the Shifty sound.
The Shifty Sound.
All right. So on the line, abrupt end to noise. It's still there? Can you still hear that? I can't hear can you hear the music?
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
good.
got
That
headphones
now,
on.
are we?
Yeah, hello. Shifty sound, new sound. Well, we're 2 weeks into this. Have I made this too hard? Because we had no.
Snog.
Stop it. Stop.
Oxford.
Okay, the last clue I gave was Antonio Banderas, and somehow it ended up in pork sausage chat for a good 15 minutes.
There's pork sauce.
Okay, pork sword. I've turned the sword into a sausage. Anyway, let's hear the sound one more time. Andy, please. That was the sound. Can you play it again? All right, so the first clue was snog. Second clue,
Snogging.
Antonio
Snogging.
Banderas.
What's the third clue?
Okay. Berlin.
Sword.
Berlin.
Berlin.
Yes.
Okay. So
Is it putting jam in a Berliner bun?
good. I like that.
Listen to it again.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Something French for Berlin,
Eating
obviously.
an old jam Berlin bun.
A crunchy Berliner bum. No, it's not that. But I just
Is it something to do with a wall?
Yeah, Berliner bun.
No. What? What? What?
You said Berliner bun.
I didn't say Berliner bum. I said Berliner bun.
On the end.
When's the last time you saw
I had that
Berliner?
in high school. Yeah, no. I had that disease in high school. I had a bit of a cream put on that, and off she went. So, yeah, boy.
Nothing to do with a wall in answer to you, Jarrod.
Nothing to do with a wall.
Oh, Berlin Wall. Yeah. Okay.
Berlin Wall, you like that?
Yeah.
So there's a song from Paris to Berlin.
Oh,
Ooh.
but what's Paris got to do with it?
It's a great question.
Am I supposed to answer these questions, or are you just putting these out into the
Where's
world?
Antonio Banderas from?
Many things. Look it up.
Spain?
Because
No,
he's
I
very
said-
much directly related to this thing.
I said, where's he from?
Oh, where's
A
he
worm?
from?
Yeah.
His mum and dad. These
Oh.
two people love each other.
Oh, good
and
one.
they're really good looking. They make babies like Antonio.
Do you think he's a hottie, Rosie?
He is a hottie, of course.
Who
he's
do
a
you
hottie.
think, Rosie, is the hashtag the Shifty sound, by the way?
Oh, yes.
Hashtag the Shifty sound for a $25 voucher. Rosie, who is your hottest celebrity?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Answer. Let me think about that. I'll come back to you.
Is yours,
Okay,
Jared?
Yeah.
Probably Zach Galifianakis. I don't know. I go through phases.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Rachel McAdams in Wedding Crashers. I just thought she was really nice and she seemed really friendly. But then I watched her on Red Eye and I was like, you're annoying.
Yeah, but she was also she was about to get killed as well.
Yeah, but that was...
That does things to people's behavior. So
it certainly does.
Yeah.
I go through phases. But the hard thing is now, like you watch movies and stuff and you're like, Rosie, are you leaning over? Oh, I thought
I'm leaning on the chair. It's the chair.
okay. I thought Rosie was just like, I'm just going to mute my mic, guys. Like you go through phases, but I'm like double their age now. Some of these people, so I've got to get those thoughts out of my head. Like it's just, I don't know. Like Adam Pope's watching live. G'day, Pope. He says Dua Lipa.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I interviewed Dua Lipa once in the Nova studio. Popey was doing the most work I've ever seen him do, hanging around the glass, trying to get in. It was very good. Shout out. We love you, Popey. Maddie, who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, look, Megan Fox.
I like he pretended to think about that. Like
Yeah.
it was always going to be.
I think she'd be hard work though.
In what way?
I personally don't think. I reckon
Bit of a diva.
I reckon she would leave the dishwasher full after it's completed and then put dishes in the sink instead of, unpack the dishwasher and then put the dirty dishes in there. So I think things like that.
I'm
like
sorry.
maybe
You get that from what? How have you made that?
It's just a vibe. It's
assumption
just a vibe.
Megan Fox.
No, it's just a vibe. I think there's certain elements to her personality. I think she would be a loud eater. And I think that she would have bad hangovers. So we would have a fight because of how drunk she got.
I'm already dealing with bad hangovers at the moment in my current marriage. might let her go through to the keeper.
Okay. All right. Not bad. What about you, Andrew?
I got a couple. I'm going to kick off with the first one. Our little man, Hezbollah, is... love watching him on TikTok. Really get a good grind off.
Just say what I thought you said.
No, bad mic. Bad mic.
Okay, sorry. Keep going.
I've never really thought of it. I'm just happy with what I've got, to be honest, here at home. So I'm happy.
She's in the room, isn't she?
Massively in the room.
That's my answer.
He's holding up
too.
a sign, send help. Okay. Well, that's good. It's nice to throw it around. We've got some people commenting as well. Some of our viewers. Matt, what are some of the viewer suggestions of crushes?
Oh, hang on. Go to Andy.
No, I was going to say, do we have any viewer ideas on the Shifty sound?
Nothing came in for Shifty sound, but
How about
Cool.
So I'll check the Twitter. I'll tell someone to check the Twitter.
Our mate Toby Skip Strudwick said Anna Kendrick is his.
she the girl from the singing movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was in Twilight, wasn't she?
Toby is
No, that's
as well.
Taylor
He loves
Lautner.
dogged.
All right, yeah. Robert Pattinson.
Ugh.
Robert Pattinson's good in Tenet.
Yeah, I did like him in that as well. Yeah.
Good movie. You have to watch that a couple of times to understand what's going on. Tenet. Rosie, you still haven't watched The Greatest Showman yet, which is absolutely
I haven't.
outstanding. So you need to watch that, please.
Yeah, sorry.
What else? What have you guys been watching? Have you, in lockdown? Like, have you gone to something in particular?
I wanted to go into season 2 of Ted Lasso, but I don't have an Apple TV
Same.
account. Season 1 was
Yeah.
really good though, because I smashed that all out during the trial. Been watching a bit of the Olympics. Have you guys been getting into the Olympics at all?
Yeah, a little
Some
bit.
pieces.
Yeah, gymnastics and the swimming and stuff.
Yeah. Do you find, again, we speak about this all the time, but Twitter is turning me off more and more now, because Twitter is basically everybody using it as an opportunity to say the things that they hate, right? So it's basically your inner monologue of everything that you hate about life. But everybody's just downplaying everything on the Olympics. It's been interesting to watch. I think there's some parts. I feel really sorry for the athletes that obviously are competing to no fans, and they've been training for so long to actually get this opportunity. It'd be pretty full on to be an Olympic athlete. And I think then they just all go and shag, don't they?
They
Well, yeah,
can't.
that's why they've made those cardboard beds, and they're not giving out any, frangers during the event.
I
No, they
love
are.
that-
They handed out over 150,000 frangers.
But I love that they've made the beds
No,
have
they're
been
holding that back.
I don't know about the condoms, but the frangers, as you put it. Who
I
has
do.
used the word frangers since 2004, by the way?
Oh, well,
Just-
sorry.
But how is they made these beds and then someone went and jumped them and proved that it doesn't work? But like
Gymnast did, yeah.
because you know how Japanese culture is really polite. Like it's a really
Yes.
polite culture. Like
Yeah.
how naive to think, oh, you know what? Let's make the beds unbonkable because you can't do it anywhere else. You know, there's not. I mean, it's so stupid.
There's ways around it.
Like,
What I love the most about this is Rosie on this crusade trying to disprove horny Rosie, and this is what she comes up with.
Methods on
Other
how to
ways
beat
to
the
bond,
non-bonking bed.
Why is this cardboard bed wet, and why does it fold in half now?
12 times before I even got off the plane, guys. Far out.
Oh,
anyway, that's my thoughts on the Olympics.
Anyway, back on your question about what we've been watching, because we've got kids and stuff. But now, even when the kids aren't watching this show, we continue to watch it. And I don't know, Rosie, if you watched it when you were a teen, but H2O just had water.
What I saw a mess. Was it
The
you who
Three
posted
Mermaids?
something about it? Yeah, no. It kind of rings a bell. Is it about mermaids or like?
Yeah.
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Yep, it's an Australian TV show you would have seen in I guess the early 2000s, and we're up to season 3 now. So things are well
Wow.
there. You can see the storyline. It's weird, but
Did you just go have a bath in the bath? Like, did you just go and chuck up off the end of your patio, Jarrod? You just,
Yeah.
you
Tactical
just
Chandler.
walked away and then came back. Okay, all right, have another beer. There you go, Shifty Lizard.
Have you guys ever shotgun a can before?
Yeah, yeah.
As in
Yeah.
shotgun.
Yep.
Yeah, like you put the key in and then you just do that.
So the way that you go about it is you put it down here, put the hole down there, then you shake it up, and then you open it and
Yeah,
it goes
right.
in. Yeah, it's very enjoyable. You do huge burps afterwards.
have you ever done a danger can?
What's a danger can?
So if you have your can of beer
Yeah.
and you shake it and then you smash it on your forehead until it breaks open and then you drink it out of the hole that it creates.
Hey, here's one.
That's
How
a very
big's your
you thing
hand
to do,
for
though, I
that
reckon,
bottle?
Matty. You would have done that, yeah?
I've got videos.
I mean, do you have scars?
No, I haven't done it. I video my mates doing it. I don't do it. I'm too smart for that.
Bullshit. So when we get back into the studio next week or at the end of the week, we'll start doing some of those food challenges as well, guys, because we'll be able to film what's going on with Best Teammate. So we've covered lockdown, the Olympics. We've covered what we need to cover. What I love is that apart from Channel 7, all the other news broadcasters aren't allowed to show any vision of the Olympics because
you
of
can't even
licensing.
say Olympics. I'm having trouble doing that in the studio.
So you just have to say Tokyo.
Olympics. Yeah, or games.
Or the
even.
games in Tokyo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't even say Olympics?
Yeah,
because they license it all
during the Olympics.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so they'll like the television broadcasters like Channel 10, Channel 9 will show still shots and they'll talk over it and explain all of that. But then you go into social media and all the footage is ripped off anyway and just floating around. But I think it's a big licensing thing. It'll be interesting to see. Ratings have been like pretty good, I think, and lockdown especially. Man, the New South Wales people, you feel definitely sorry for them and what they're going through because it's not getting better over there. We'll probably get crowds back at the footy in the next couple of weeks. Victoria will start doing the same, so we'll hopefully go back to some sort of normality. What about the Best Team 8, guys? This has been probably one of our most requested things by the three of us. So let's get into it.
Which one has he missed out?
Oh.
The three of us.
Oh, sorry, Rosie, because you don't get back to our texts.
I'm just going to play the intro, guys.
Okay.
The best team. 8.
Tonight's edition of the Best Team 8 is, whoa, Andy, why'd you look at me like that?
You blew my head off with how loud you were.
Sorry. Is weird food combinations tonight. So we'll each bring 2 of those to the table. And because Rosie felt left out, we're going to start with you.
Okay. Should we start sweet or savory as they ask in Rex air flights? Sweet or savory?
Do you know what makes me laugh about Rex? They're like, sit back, relax, and enjoy the in-flight entertainment. What, that fucking magazine that's 42 years old? What in-flight entertainment are you providing me?
And the sweet or savory is like an apple or a packet
biscuit.
of peanuts. You're like, it's like
The person next to you.
crack it.
Yeah, the last time I survived a flight, that was entertainment. So
Let's start with savory. Do you know how in particularly Italian families, they'll serve like spaghetti with normal tomato sauce and then a really beautiful olive vinegar salad? Do you know that? Do you know the salad you get?
Oh, yeah.
I like to put them in the same bowl and kind of stir them around.
you have like
Spaghetti salad.
That's a pasta salad.
Yeah. Or sometimes I like to, you know how you get that? It's not, yeah, it is actually. You know how you do like, is it san choy bao with the, when you put the lettuce in the, I like to put the spaghetti in the lettuce shell and then.
So like a lettuce spaghetti taco.
Yeah, like a.
Your first gag was better, I reckon.
That wasn't meant to be a gag. That was legit.
It was very good.
Thanks.
That's me. Go. Who's next? Andos, you're right next to me on my screen.
Cool. I'll go something basic. Ice cream and fries.
Oh, you're such a simp.
Yeah.
Is that an insult?
No, it just means he's because that was one of mine.
A simp.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like gimp, but I was simple.
No.
You did have that thing in your mouth before.
I did write extra ones too. Just I knew that would happen. So
Such a simp.
yeah, go Walshy.
Yeah. No, how good is that though, Matty?
Yeah, I agree. It is really good, and even in chocolate shakes.
So my food combo, if I'm making a homemade pizza, what I do is I have a raw pizza to start off with. So I'll have all of the ingredients and then I'll slice a piece of cheese. Then I'll put tomato paste on the cheese. Then I'll put raw onion, capsicum, and mushroom on that. And then I'll eat pieces of that. So I'll make about 10 of them and I'll have little bits of cheese with all the ingredients of the pizza raw on it and just eat it all.
So raw pizza?
Kind of, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit
Okay.
weird
No,
food
that's
combo.
fair.
No, I appreciate it.
Mine is my first one is when all this ends and we get to go to the cinemas again, get to go to the movies, get yourself a popcorn, get yourself a bag of Maltesers and mix them up.
Good call.
I'm saying to all this. I haven't tried any of this stuff, so I'm going because in theory it sounds gross, but it's probably great. So I like it. Why not?
All right. Dipping cashews into Nutella. Do it. It's good.
So it's like
spoon
cashew
out
and
Nutella.
hazelnut together.
So it's basically a Snickers bar.
It's double nuts.
Oh, cashew and peanuts.
Andy, I don't know what face you just made, but I wasn't comfortable with it.
Me neither.
What again did you say?
Yeah. Okay. Mine is strawberries and balsamic vinegar.
Ooh, so fancy.
Yeah, we live the high life here.
You get that at
Strawberries
fancy
and-
restaurants.
Yeah. Have you ever had it before?
Somewhere it was like in a fancy restaurant. It was good. It's good. It's surprisingly good.
Yeah, it's like it makes strawberry sweeter or something like that. So it was very good. Surprising.
My last one is it's like a food combo, but I get laughed at whenever I order this because it's so uncommon. So I've never had a chicken palmy.
I know this one. Yeah, go on.
With cheese. So I always have a chicken palmy with no cheese.
So you have a schnitzel with sauce.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a schnitzel with the Napoli sauce on it.
But he'll eat raw cheese pizza.
Correct.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
it's a really weird thing that I've got with cheese for some reason. All types.
Anyway,
Because you like something you had in childhood, like where
I
your
was
bum was
attacked
blown
by
out
a
because of the
cheese
cheese
stick.
consumption, or
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a bit of a strange one.
are you lactose intolerant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got IBS, but I don't think that's part of this conversation.
No.
no?
My last one. peanut butter and celery.
That's beautiful.
Oh,
That's an
weird.
amazing combo.
And apple. Peanut butter and apple.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
You should try it
Try it.
with almond butter. Hot tip.
Ooh.
Get the one
Almond
that's
butter's
got
pretty
sugar
good.
in it
Oh.
because it's bad for you, but tastes delicious.
And anything with jelly.
Yeah, you
Okay,
sent us
so
daily
I need-
photos of jelly.
Yeah, I need to say, for the first 2 times you sent those photos, I just thought they were like empty cups. And I was like, or tea. And I was like, why are you sending me photos of your tea? This is weird. But you've been sending photos of your jelly.
Yeah, just giving you random jelly updates.
Yeah.
I think they're great. The thing about your texts, Maddie, is that they're random and they're very good. So they're either non-existent or random, or you're very much there.
I do go missing for a few days. I'll admit that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I worry about you.
The other day when you were messaging and I wasn't writing back, but I was tweeting,
Yeah.
you were getting so angry, and that just made my night.
I'm just like, I have this thing where I'm like, hold on. If people are on their phones on social media, how can they not write back to the text, but then open up a different app and then write something?
Yep. I know that's what pisses you off, and that's why I did it.
Oh,
Rebel.
Good.
Jesus,
We're all
so
besties
we're
here.
fighting.
And then no, but what about when no one replies to you in the group chat after 5 minutes? We get a big one in capitals saying, "That's it, I'm quitting the
Yeah, I know.
podcast."
The best.
Every friggin' day.
I'm trying to find out what triggers you guys the most to get a response, and what I'm learning is nothing.
Nothing. Hang on, we've got a weird food sent through here. David Werner.
David Werner's a legend, mate.
Chicken and waffles. Thought it was the weirdest thing when I saw it, and restaurants do it in the US, but it is amazing.
So David and Andrea are
Can I give you?
okay. No worries.
No, you go. You go.
Okay. I mean, you've got a bit of delay going on there, brother. So they
Yeah.
are a. Let's cross to Annie Martin in Adelaide.
Yep. Yep.
Andy, you're on.
Yep. Jarrod.
No, so they are a lovely couple. Andrea's an extremely talented footballer, and David I've met a couple of times. I met him at a W League match, but also up in the Barossa Valley. Have you guys ever been to the mini golf where there's like dinosaur themed and there's 10-pin bowling there as well?
Yes.
So David's there. He runs the show there. So go and say g'day to him. He's an absolute legend, and they're like OG listeners of this podcast, big Liverpool fans. So we're very appreciative for them listening to us and watching this. These were the guys that were actually putting it through their TV the other night while flicking between watching the Olyroos. So it's pretty cool.
Andy, are you there?
Andy?
Yeah.
I thought in the studio was awkward, but this is so orcs. Go on.
What do you want to say?
You were saying something before, and Jarrod interrupted.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So a weird combination that I saw in Singapore was at KFC, and I was walking past there about 7:38 in the morning, and they were open. I was like, "That's weird." So I've gone in there because I was hungry, and I didn't want to get into anything local just at that point because I was a bit hung, and I just wanted something that was something that I knew. So KFC was all good. Went in there, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird. What's that up there?" And they're like, "Oh, that is a bowl of porridge with chicken in it." And I was like, "Okay, I'll try that." Being hungover, so that'll be good. Tried it. It was terrible. The worst thing I've ever had, and it was disgusting. So there you go. Disgusting
chicken porridge.
In porridge.
Andy, you and I have seen
Fantastic.
that really bizarre combination once of Blippy and his mate doing the Harlem Shake. I mean, that was...
Yeah, like if I go out with burgers and shakes, I generally go out with a beef burger and a Harlem Shake from Blippy. Can I have a large Harlem Shake with Blippy? Thanks.
Extra Blippy.
And old chocolate shake rolls up. So there you go.
I mean, we could... I mean, everyone's doing the Harlem Shake at the moment. What we could do is film it in our bathroom, and then I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out here. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. You know, it's about the journey, not the destination. When the drop happens, you just dump all over me.
Just give me good spray. And,
did you ever see this video, Maddie?
It stacks on happen.
No, I'm not going to either.
No, because it's banned all over the internet.
Oh,
You
yeah,
never
true.
get access
Andy and I
to it.
watched it at the radio station.
And you wonder why you don't work there anymore.
There's several reasons. Maybe we don't go into that. It's in the hands of the lawyers. Okay, Rosie, how's your week been? Can you give us a bit of a life update?
Well, one, I've updated my study. I don't know if you've noticed, but
Oh, where's it gone?
it's over there, out of your sight.
I feel like we've bullied you into it.
Yeah, you did. I took down one of the university degrees and replaced it with a photo of a child I don't know, but I took a photo of them in Borneo, and I love that photo, but I always think that's weird, but that is someone's kid, and I've put them in a frame. Anyway.
Wait, so you went to Borneo?
I did go.
And you took a photo.
No, I lived in like a village for like a week.
Okay.
Up in the hills, and I don't know who that kid is or what his name is, but it's a really good photo that I took. So
I don't mean to sound naive. Where's Borneo?
it's part of Malaysia. It's connected to. It's close to PNG up that way.
Gotcha.
Right above Australia.
Right.
So you went and took a photo.
I took photos of everything. You know, when you're on travel, when you're traveling, you take photos of people because they look wonderful.
Without their permission.
Why don't you do that and run the
wall? What you
wall?
do is you'd kind of like
But you're in a public place, you're allowed to. Do you ever think that when you're watching the news, because you're allowed to technically take videos of people in public places?
Yeah.
And you know when they do like photos of like obesity and stuff, and they do like generic shots.
Imagine if you saw yourself on there.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, what if you did see yourself, and then you're constantly like the generic go-to
stock
fat
photo.
belly. Yeah. And you're like,
sorry, back to you being a creep.
Anyway, no, I just changed it. I'm going to put back the degree when we hang up.
But you are taking photos of humans, kind of like we take photos when we see wildlife.
What? That is not. I take photos of everything. I love faces. It's not weird.
It's not weird.
Are you one of those? Are you one of the people that sits in like a park bench and just people watches for an hour
with a camera?
No, but
have you taken photos of us when we're not looking?
The best photos are photos when people don't know they're being taken photos of.
No, that's stalking.
It's also illegal. That is definitely illegal. I can't confirm.
Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to tell you about. This is gone. I want to tell
sorry.
you. You know how you always you've branded me as a whinging feminist, which I'm not. And
We've never done that, and you wouldn't have said that if we were women.
And as some sexual deviant, and you also always, call me, I don't know, you really pigeonhole me into that whole Italian thing. Anyway, I made some olives this week, so I picked my olive tree and I have made my own dried Kalamata olives. That's what I did with my spare weekend.
How do you make olives? You just grow them.
Well, I have a olive tree in my backyard.
So why you're saying we are stereotyping you?
No.
You're doing a pretty good job on your
I
own.
really have lived up to the stereotype this week. There's only one problem. So I made these. They're like dried black olives. They're really good in sauce. But when you eat them, all right.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. Look at it, Jarrod, in my teeth. Are you ready?
Oh, it closer to the mic so we can hear it.
Well, it didn't work. It makes them really black. I look like. Anyway, they're not great for that, and they stain. But yeah.
So they taste all right, though. Can you bring some into the studio next week?
Yeah, they're pretty salty.
Okay.
I'll bring you some.
Like you. Okay. So that's fair enough. Maddie, what's just happening with you, brother?
Let's do the quiz.
You don't do the quiz. Wait, what about your update, mate?
I don't really have an update.
No,
Let's
you
wait.
don't. So
No, I don't.
What do you mean you don't? You told us 2 episodes ago
Yeah.
you were doing something leading up until Christmas. We have seen you on your socials on a bike. You can't just drop this bomb on us and then go quiet.
You were going to give it a name 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right. And I have kind of thought of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was going to be called the 25 on the 25th.
Yes.
So 25 kilos by the 25th of December. That's the aim.
Yep.
That's the goal.
And how's the cycling going for you?
Yeah, it's good. I love it. It's great. Just sit there in my lounge room, put YouTube on.
So is that something that you'll do post lockout, or will you go outdoor riding and stuff?
No, I'll go back out and do some running and go to the gym and stuff like that. That was just a means to an end, really, while we couldn't leave the house. I know I could have left the house and go riding, but it was pissing down with rain every day. So,
and do you have a weekly goal that you want to get to tick it off?
Oh, not really, but we could create one. I'm sure it's something we could do every week on the podcast and do like a weigh-in.
Lose 25 by the 25th, or was it to get to a number?
No, just lose 25 by the 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, which is Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to be the most challenging thing for you?
Uber Eats.
Yeah.
delete the app.
I've already deleted it.
Okay.
Yeah, just choosing my eating properly is going to kill me. I got shocking habits. So
watch
And do you binge eat as well?
No, not really. Just sometimes my choices need a bit of work.
Yep.
I went and watched before we're talking about Netflix and what you watched in lockdown. I went and watched. It's old now. It's called That Sugar Film, and it's by some Aussie actor. And he cuts out. It was really good.
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is like I've done this before. I did it 12 months ago when I tried to come back and play footy, and really the only reason the weight went back on was because of my back injury. But now I've got to stop using that as an excuse. And
is the Olympics helping? You jump on your bike and just ride with them?
Yeah, I was riding while they were doing the canoeing the other day. I was like, yeah, I'll race you.
Did you feel like you wanted to go canoeing? Because I mean, if a bike was racing a canoe,
the bike would win.
Yeah, but probably not if you were in the water.
Well, it depends if it was one of those bikes that was on the, up near Adelaide Oval there. Remember those?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, but then you'd still think the canoe would win. However, if it was a road race, then you would definitely beat the canoe, which would be on the road.
Yeah, but I reckon the guy from the Solo commercials years ago was really good at doing canoeing on solid ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, were you guys rattled by Dita Brummer passing away?
Yes.
When did that happen?
Holy fuck, man.
Yesterday.
Dita Brummer, who was
Did it?
Shane from Home and Away.
Yeah, it was Isla Fisher's boyfriend on.
No,
Home and
he
Away.
was. He was.
He went out with Angel.
He was with
that
Angel.
wasn't Isla Fisher.
Is it-
Angel
is it
was
was?
Melissa George. Angel
Oh,
was
was
Melissa
it?
George.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I remember, she poured his ashes out onto off a boat to the song "Throw Your Arms Around Me" by Hunters and
Saddest
Collectors.
moment in all of Home and Away.
Yeah, it was. And like my sister had photos of Dieter Brummer like on her wall growing up and stuff. He was the guy that everybody wanted to be and every girl wanted to be with. And then obviously by what appears to have happened, there's obviously mental health has taken control of his life. So we need to say that people can go to Lifeline if they need outlets to talk to. But far out, man. Like he was like 45 or something.
Yeah, really not cool.
It's full on. And
I didn't even know until you just told me then.
more and more of these people that we grew up watching on TV or through music are passing away now. Does that make you feel old?
I mean, do you know what makes me feel old is when I go to nightclubs and they're double my fucking age.
They're double your age or you're double
Well,
their age?
you're double there.
Oh, I'm double their age, sorry.
You're turning senile.
Yeah.
Oh,
What sort of nightclubs are you going to, bro?
Oh.
When people are 78 years old.
RSLs.
you're doing gigs at retirement homes now.
That's right.
Does that make you feel old?
Sorry, guys. It's been a long 7 days.
That's at the Semaphore RSL on Saturday night.
Yep.
All right, let's do the quiz, guys. Let's do it. Andy's taking care of the quiz tonight.
Yeah, I am. So that is going to be fun. All right, here we go.
Now on Best Teammates. The Back to the Future quiz.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. There's going to be a few spicy ones, a few fun ones, probably
Few morbid ones?
How do you say?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, morbid.
Speaking of
Yeah, what are you going
morbid,
to say, Rosie?
speaking of morbid, your wife, Maddie, has just said on Facebook that's why they call him Fresh Till Death.
Yep. Well, hope she enjoys the couch.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't let that one just linger. Please continue, Andos, Quizmaster. Tell me more.
All right, so this is a quiz. Your buzzers will be, let's go with your favourite food.
Wasn't that last week?
Nando's chips.
You there?
Yep.
Rosie's olives.
Oh, you haven't even tried them yet.
Pork sauce.
Pork sausage.
All right, so who's got pork and who's got Rosie's olive?
No, I'm Nando's chips.
All right.
And I am Frosty Fruits.
Oh, nice.
Good one.
Oh, that should be fun.
Great one.
Just because it's
All right.
fun to say. Not because it's my favourite.
That's cool.
There was only ever 2 flavours of Frosty Fruits, wasn't there?
I think there's only one.
One.
We
Isn't
don't
it?
really need to do a deep dive into the history of Frosty Fruits. It's just a fucking buzzer.
So it all started back in 1992. The fruit decided that to get a bit cold, he wanted to get frosty. All right, so let's get into it, shall we? Question number 1. This is all over the place. There's no particular theme, but this one's quite close to us all. How many days was the latest lockdown across
Nando's
Adelaide?
chips. It was technically
Jarrod.
7 days and 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, baby. We got ourselves a dinger.
Rightio.
I'll wait for my
Remember
dinger.
I said dinger do you remember I said dinger in a staff meeting? I said something about dingers and the boss didn't know what they were. Anyway, let's move on.
I remember that, which is surprising, actually.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm
man,
really
you stay
surprised.
for what?
You
Anyway,
should know about them, man.
yeah, probably have a shower or something. Get clean. All right, question number 2. This one is probably Rosie. I'll tell you who it is after the.
I'm really intrigued.
Sorry, this
really
is because we did this competition, right, where there was the TV show The Masked Singer, and we had someone that we worked with. They said, guys, got a great idea. We are going to do something. And this was when I was doing breakfast at the time. We are going to call the competition The Masked Dinger. And we're like, what? Is this banter? Is someone going to dress up as a condom and rock up? What do you mean? No. They're going to press someone's doorbell. And we're like, so we're doing a radio competition called The Masked Dinger. Yeah. So
Genius.
Did it go ahead? I can't even remember.
Yeah, it went ahead, but a lot of it was pre-recorded and done reluctantly. Second question.
This one's probably for you, Jarrod, because I don't know if the other guys will know this, but which Adelaide Lightning star played for the Opals tonight against Belgium
Nando's
at the
chips.
Olympics? Jarrod.
Steph Talbot.
Yeah. Another one written down.
What?
Rosie's Olives.
Yeah. Yes, Maddie.
Rachel Spawn.
No.
Oh.
No,
Jarrod.
Nando's chips. Nando's chips.
We used to work with this person with the same name.
Leroy Loggins.
Oh, my God. All right, you guys. Rosie, would you like to answer it?
She should know because I'm pretty sure Aaron Phillips probably mentioned it today at some point when we were talking about the game, but I got nothing.
Nando's chips. You said we used to
All right,
work
cool.
with this person, right?
No.
The same
We used to
name.
work with this person with the same name.
Yes. Yep. BJ Champion.
No.
We worked with someone
No,
whose name was BJ Champion.
Did anyone find out? Anyway, let's move on. It was Alana
what's the
Smith.
answer? What?
Will Smith.
Alana Smith.
Oh, I think you said Will Smith.
Oh, okay. Will Smith, man. All right, yeah. good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Any
Anders.
point? All right. Question number 3. Here comes some death, everyone. Which classic home and away star passed away this week?
Nando's chips. brother, sorry.
Jarrod.
Here comes some death, everyone.
What? It was.
Do
No,
that.
you guys give me crap about it every week. Anyway. Okay, who passed away today? Or last night?
I just said that. Nando's chips, Dita Brummer.
Yeah, I didn't hear you though. Sorry. For an extra point there, sir, how old was he?
45?
Don't smile at the answer. That's much. That's weird about you smiling.
And he's like,
Get the correct answer about someone passing away. Oh, jeez.
All right, let's get the next question then. Question number 4. What is Johnny Depp scared of?
Rosie's
Is it
Olives.
A?
Oh.
No. Oh,
I was going to say his wife.
talk about that. This is a multiple choice question, so I should have said this.
Nando's
is
chips.
it A, edible underwear,
Good movies?
clowns, or C, learn to drive?
Rusty Fruits? Is it learner drivers?
Yes, Rosie.
Is it learner drivers? Damn it.
Nando's chips, is it clowns?
Yes.
Oh. And his wife.
And
Also, Jarrod-
Australian immigration laws.
Didn't he also
that-
wasn't he filmed Johnny Depp by Amber Heard taking a dump like on the floor?
That's weird.
How did we
don't-
not see this?
Maybe Johnny Depp is Blippy.
Is he Blippy? Very good.
All right. I got Jarrod in the lead with 5 here at the moment, and
Oh, you only
Maddie
asked
and
4
Rosie.
questions.
Didn't know. Well, because I gave him a bonus point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or a bonus point. Anyway, number 5. Who famously unblocked Jarrod Walsh on Twitter for the 1000th time this week?
Rosie's Olives.
Okay, Matt Burgess.
Peter Ford.
Yes.
Unblocked.
Unblocked me.
Yeah,
Had
for
a
like
very
what, the
strange week on Twitter, to be honest. I had some people unfollow me. I had someone unblock me. It's a unique week of socials.
How do you know when someone unfollows you? Do you have that weird app that tells you?
No, I don't. It's people that I thought, oh no, we're mates, and then that says when you go look at something they've tweeted, it removes the follows you part.
Oh.
So maybe
You're taking
tweeted too much about basketball.
You're taking it well.
No, I took it horribly, to be honest with you.
Beauty.
But I'm
All right,
just moving through that now. Thanks.
have you guys been following the Olympics and sort of like what happens around the Olympics and you know what people are talking about and stuff?
I want to say
Yeah,
yes.
bits and pieces.
Nando's chips, yes.
All right, you got yourself a correct answer there, sir. No, here comes the question. At the Olympics, the US women's swim team uniform has been roasted over an embarrassing problem. Why?
Rusty Fruits.
Rosie.
No, I actually don't want to answer this. I'm going to, nah.
Oh, come on. No, let me give us an answer.
Come on, buddy.
Is there some camel toe issues?
Is there what, sorry?
Yeah, I said camel toe. Is there some... is there?
Close,
Yeah.
but not that hardcore.
Moose knuckle.
Garrett or Matty? Sorry?
I don't know. I haven't. Sorry, I don't watch.
What's to do with the tightness of them in the areas? I regret.
Well,
I regret.
we've come out of this than what we expected. I'll just let you know the answer, guys. The dark shading around the bottom half of the uniform of women wearing an unremovable fanny pack.
That's kind of what I meant.
You're like, a monster's claw?
I'm so sorry.
Monster's claw.
All right, number 7. Here we go. We've got a local one here. After the hailstorm on the weekend, where did a bloke named Josh Hammond ski down in the Adelaide Hills?
Rusty Fruits.
All right, Rosie.
Handorf's Main Street. I redeem myself.
Yeah. All right, question number 8. What is a Rocky Mountain oyster?
Rosie's olives.
Yes,
The answer.
Food.
Yeah. Have you got any more information?
Colorado food.
I'm actually crying.
Do you know, or should I?
I actually have no idea.
I think it's
Right,
inappropriate.
Rosie or Jarrod, what do you got? A Rocky Mountain oyster.
I think it's something-
KFC.
Yeah.
I've run out of.
Run out of
What?
music. Shit. Follow-up question. Is it something a bit foul?
It could be if you're not into it.
Oh, Frosty Fruits. For fear of
Yes,
saying
Rosie.
something inappropriate, I want to say it might be like either a sheep or a cow's man bits.
More information, please.
Like it's their veg to the meat.
Oh, it's like
Boom, a ball's testicle.
Their testicles. Great. I'll say it now that I'm right.
Well done.
Because I ate them once.
I love Andy as the quizmaster.
I know.
The video, Andy, is outstanding, by the way.
Thank you. Just using my my previous history at Adelaide Oval, the old one.
You
Amy.
are Andrew O'Keefe minus the stuff.
The Keith
the
bit.
Keith bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
Everything. All right, cool. Let's move on to number 9.
Andrew O'Martin.
Here's the question. To be sure. All right. How many months have 28 days in them?
Oh,
Rosie.
Rosie.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rosie.
Nando's chips.
28.
Okay, Rosie's up first. Maddie was second and Jarrod third. So tell me, Rosie, what was yours?
It's February.
Moving on. Maddie, what's your
Nando's
answer?
chips.
All of them.
Yes.
What
Maddie,
did you ask? I wasn't listening, was
I
I?
Well
said
done,
how
Maddie.
many
That was
months have
good.
28 days in them? Yeah, well done. Well done.
That's a trick question.
It was very well done from Maddie.
Oh.
Thanks. Cheers.
Okay, this is a listen question for question number 10. Listen to this song. I don't care. I love it. Okay. Which fast food chain was the last year?
Rosie's olives. Oh, KFC.
Wow.
Congratulations. That was it. Here we go. All right. Well done.
Maddie.
Well done. All right.
Oh, man.
Jarrod 5, Maddie from behind at 3, and Rosie behind that with 2.
Oh.
Okay,
Jarrod,
I
next
unfortunately
round.
won, so I'll host the next quiz when we're live back in the studio,
I'm
guys.
better live. I'm better live.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. We've done 3 out of the 7 days. It has got us through lockdown.
Side
with
note,
some
Jarrod.
live- Sorry?
Side note, big shout out to James Pentland for subscribing on YouTube, Kira Burgess, yeah, the one and only, and P. Kokiosis for subscribing to our TikTok channel.
Hey, thanks, P. Kokiokas. Yeah, you can follow us on all of the socials.
Ocious, but yeah, cool. Cockyokas.
is my favourite Gold Coast player, Jack Lokokiokis. So, guys, we will be back in the studio. We appreciate the people for tuning in on their evenings and having a look and having a listen. You can get some merchandise. Okay, see you.
The bed? Are we
That's
leaving?
right.
Are we
You
done?
keep going. No, this is live. We can
Anyway,
redo
thanks,
that.
everybody.
That's all good.
Lockdown ends tomorrow. We'll just share some love. Maddie, take care, mate. Rosie, enjoy.
Thanks.
Back to work tomorrow. And Andy, it's a pleasure to see you. We'll see you all in the flesh very soon. Thanks.
Brought to you by the Brighton Trophy Centre. Cups, trophy, badges, medals. Yeah, we do it better. Best team, man. DTC, BTM, BTS. Yeah. Best team, man. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Okay.